Australia, of course, is going to be playing the second semi-final, which is on the 11th, and that's happening at Edgbaston, and they, of course, will be playing against England. And I don't know, Ajay, I was actually rooting for India to finish on top, not in terms of opposition, but in terms of ground. I don't know why I thought that just Edgbaston has just proven to be, I don't know why you just keep thinking, in my head, think advantage England when you think Edgbaston, advantage their batsmen.
I guess that's because of what happened in the last game, because we played them there in Edgbaston, and we lost to them. We not just lost to them, they came and actually beat us. It wasn't that we played badly, but they played better than you on that particular day, and they beat you. So you have that fear that if you go back there, what if they beat us again? Those conditions allow them to beat us again, and that maybe old Manchester, because 83, the whole journey of getting to the Lords. Because there's one more common thing between 83 and this World Cup is that in the balcony was Ravi Shastri then, and in the balcony Ravi Shastri will be again. So a lot of things are working towards it. So it's still the balcony, but
it's still there. But Australia, let's talk about them opening partnerships again for them. Remember, Warner and Finch had not been together for a year before that, right? It's not like they had a breakup. Warner was not around. And then, of course, their opening partnerships, when they come into this tournament, my goodness, it's like just gold. They've fallen backwards into a bucket of gold, haven't they? Look at that. The century, there's 3 century stands there, 196, 180. It's just ridiculous how good these two have been.
Look, I mean, that's the formula. Everybody's looking for formula to win the World Cup. There it is. We just saw India, why they were at the top, the games that they had opening
England is the same, and New Zealand is not, which is why they're in trouble.
So, the basics of the game have never changed. It's people, how each one of us, wherever we are, we look at the game and say, this is happening, that's happening. But the basic of the game still remains the same. When you have a start like that, you will always have an upper hand throughout the game, because there's only 100 overs in a game. When you start that game, first 20, 30 overs, you are on top without using 11 players of yours, they're still left. You will always be in the game. And that partnership has been fabulous. But credit there you got to give to is the unit that Australian team is. That captain, Aaron Finch, who came to India, we were all here in that series. He wasn't having a great run. He had many zeros, and so that's my hope. When we play again, can Bumrah bowl that ball again? Because it seemed like at that moment that this man can't even play. But they backed him, they believed in him, they'd seen what he'd done in the past and what he's capable on a good day, not a 30 or a 40. The difference is with Aaron Finch, what I see, or what everybody can see now, is nobody's talking about the average that he's scoring at. What you're looking at is when he has a good day, what does he do? He wins you games. I go back to my friend Deacock, we'll get to sometime. So, it's not the strike rate and the average, that it is the impact of that man, and that Aaron Finch has made that impact. And in spite of not scoring runs through that period, he was leading the side brilliantly. And he's just allowed Warner and Smith to come back. And because they had got...
and Warner has come back, hasn't he?
He's come back. Khwaja, who was scoring a lot of runs, that's been their problem, where to play Khwaja. And in doing that, they've not utilized Smith as much as they
Well, that problem's gone now, because Usman Khwaja is gone. He's injured. So they've announced today that Mitchell Marsh and Matthew Wade as cover for Usman Khwaja and Marcus Stoinis. Because of their strange Matthew Wade, though. Matthew Wade was playing the big bash. He was opening the batting at that point in time. So he's been in good form as a bat.
Marcus Stoinis is a big blow for this Australian side, because he was the one who was changing that balance of that side. If you look at it, you can't. They have a similar kind of issue where they cannot bank on Maxwell to give you those 10 overs. They need someone to share that burden of 10 overs of fifth bowler, and that's where Stoinis was really playing a crucial role of providing that support. So now if Stoinis is out of the semis and finals, then it will be a very tricky situation for Australia. Even yesterday's match, Mitchell Starc also looked just a bit tired. I think they were very keen on finishing on that #1 spot in the table, and that's why they pushed him to play that match. But maybe the wise thing was to just rest him out, as he's played pretty much most of the games for.
But now he's got 2 days of extra rest because they didn't finish on 1. So he's got 2 days extra now because he doesn't play on Tuesday, he plays on Thursday.
That's
the
a very
gamble they did.
optimistic way of looking at
That's
things.
the gamble they played, and it didn't work out. But it has worked out. But then again, Mitchell Marsh, good all-rounder, probably still not in that part of his career where you can count him in the same bracket as a Marcus Stoinis. So they've done a man-for-man sort of replacement, but probably not as much.